Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome back to the Queen of Web channel. Here, I teach you how to code in the simplest way possible. Even if you are just starting today, or even if you don't have a laptop yet, you can start with your phone. So, in this very tutorial, we are going to learn how to create a table using HTML and then style it beautifully using CSS. You will not just watch me, you will type along, test it, and understand everything, inshallah. So to create a table in HTML, okay, first thing first, we need to generate our HTML syntax. So I've created a file for my HTML and I named it table.html. I've done the same thing for my CSS and I named it table.css. Okay, so let's quickly generate our HTML syntax. So we have this now. I want to change this title to table. Now, inside the body, the very first thing you need to declare when you want to write a table is to declare a table tag. So once you have this table tag, so this is the body uh, that accommodates everything, that consists of everything that will be inside that table. Either the table role, the table head, the table data, and all of that. All right. So now the next thing is, let's now create a table role by declaring TR. So TR stands for table role. It is now inside this TR that we are going to put the kind of data we want to put inside our table. So I have a TR now. How many data do I want to have there? So let's say I want to have like 3 data. Then I will say TD. TD stands for data. It stands for table data. Then I will say, okay, let me start with my name. So my name, then another table data. Let's say I want to, what do I do? So I want to say software developer. Then what other thing? Okay, let's say what is your age? Then I want to say okay 20. So let's quickly refresh here. It should be showing. Aha. So we have this now Habiba, then software developer, then 20, which is the age. So this is what we have as a table data. So this is a row now. We have 3 data inside a row. This is the first one, the second one, the first column, second column, and the third column. All right. But for you to know, let's say this is a table, there should be a kind of heading whereby we would say, okay, this Habiba is the name of someone. So name, software developer, maybe profession or role. My role in the company where I work, then age 20. So to declare table head, you still need another table role because it's going to form table head is going to have the very first role before it comes to other table data. So table role, then inside this table role now, I want to, instead of using TD, which is table data, I'm going to use TH, which stands for table head. So table heading, and then let me say name, after name. So I want to talk about role and then age. Okay, can you all see that here now? So we have name, under it we have the first value for Habiba, then role, okay, software developer, then age you see 20. You're going to see a kind of difference in the way they are arranged. Table head, any table head is naturally is burden and then it is centralized. So table heading naturally is burden and it is centralized. Meanwhile, table data is not burden, it comes as normal text and then it is given left alignment. So it is given left alignment. So we are going to make this more appealing with our CSS, but let's continue to have a kind of. Okay, so let me quickly repeat this table row like 4 other times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then I can change the information, another name. So I can just say Folashade, Folashade. Then with Folashade, let's say our front end developer. and then we have all of them like that. So we have one, two, three, four, five. So five different people here now with this. So with this, we are done with our table. All right. So we need to go to CSS and then style it as we want so that it's going to be more appealing to seeing and all of that. All right. So if this is making sense so far and you are learning something new, please pause and hit that like button, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out our upcoming lessons, inshallah. Now let's make this table look amazing using CSS. Let's go. The very first thing is I need to link my CSS to my HTML file. And we all know how to do that is through link. So now we have linked our CSS with our, what is it called? Our table, our HTML. So let's go to CSS file now. The very first thing we want to style is our table. We want to give it width. So then come here and say, okay, table. Then let's say we want it to have enough space by saying I'm giving it 100%. It should take the whole size of the screen. So now everything is being spaced out. So, but we will see that there is still no alignment between the heading of a particular column and the data of that particular column. All right. So that means we need to change either the style of the TD to make everything center, or we change the style of the heading to left alignment. So we need to take either of these. So let's go to the next thing. We want to style our TH and TD now together. TH, comma, then TD. So you can style two elements together like this. So what I want to give it, first of all, I want to give them border so that they will have enough space, so that it can be differentiated. How do I put it? So 1 pixel, let's make it solid, and then let me use this color. Okay, so we have this now. It's making more sense unlike what we have before. But now, even with this, we will see that each and every one of the elements adds its own border. Can you see? And this is not a professional table as we usually have it in our uh, Excel sheet or in our books that we usually read. So we will realize that the border, let's say the border bottom for this name should be the border top for this Habeebah. It shouldn't be different, right? So to achieve that, let's come to table here and say we want to declare border collapse. So border collapse, and we want it to collapse. We don't want them to separate, so we want it to collapse. So immediately we declare that. So you see that now that any each element will be sharing border with the next available element, either at the top or at the right or at the left. So it's now it's making more sense, looking exactly like the table we are used to. Then so let's go back and style our TD and TH. So let's give it some padding. They are too close to the border. So let's give it some padding. And then I want to say 10, might be 10 pixel. So now it's giving it more space, both top, right, bottom, and left. It's making more sense now. Now I'm going to declare text align. Which one do I want to choose? Center or left? So it depends. So text align, so let me give it left so that everything will come to the left. Then we have this. Then we have this. So the table heading now has come to the left and everything is well aligned now. Now you know that these are actually working with the role and it's perfect. Having done this, another thing we can do again is like, okay, to make our heading more distinct, our table heading, we can give it let's say background color. So we can give it a kind of background color, and then the background color should be, let me click okay, this antique white. Okay, so it's very obvious now that this is a kind of heading. Now, another thing we can do to our our table is that we want to make the rows easier to read by adding several tribes. We call it several tribes, such that the first row may be plain and the next row will have background color. This one will be plain and this one will have background color. So let's go ahead and do that now. To first do the zebra striping of a thing, let me go to our reach our T role. So we will be using a kind of pseudo element styling now. All right, so now we have our TR here, and then it is not the TR exactly that we want to style. We don't want to style all the TR. We want to pick either the odd numbers of the TR or the even ones. You know, don't forget this T heading is also a TR. So this is the first TR, this is the second TR, this is the third, this is so one, two, three. So we may style because we have this heading styled, you may decide to pick the odd ones. So that after these headings, this number three will be the next one to have a separate background color, and this one will have the same background color as this. So that is what we mean by zebra striping. And in order not, we don't want to apply all this styling to all the TR. So because of that, we are going to be doing this. We will use this to pick the end child. So this end child meaning that we want to pick, okay, you can see the options it brings. End last child. This one, if we pick this last child now, it's going to pick the last element that is TR. But in this case, that's not what I want to do. I want to pick the odd one. So I will just say odd. Then I will say background color. Aha. So you see, immediately we have this, but this is too bright. It's getting close to what we have as the heading. So we want it to be a lighter color. So we have this color now. So this that we just is, if we have 100 TR, let's say we have 100 rows on this table, it's going to pick all the odd numbers of the all the odd numbers. So now, but let's say it is just one or two you want to give this highlight to. Instead of putting odd, you can just say 4, and it's going to pick only item number 4, only TR that is number 4. So you can do this to any element whatsoever, to headings. Let's say you have a lot of headings and it is only the fourth heading you want to add that style to. You just say H with your heading, maybe H1 or H2, and then you pick the ninth child you want. So let's return it to the HUD. We're working it. Then another thing we are going to be doing is our hover effect. With our hover effect, we want to add a background color as well, such that when I hover on a particular table, I want to see that I want it to be differentiated that okay, this particular role is being highlighted upon. I want a kind of highlight that will let me know the role my mouse is actually working on. So this effect might not actually work. You may not see the effect. You may not be able to uh, see the result if you are browsing with your TrebEdit, because you are using the, how do I put it? The software behind mobile phone is quite different from the one behind PC. So we use mouse here and then it can detect mouse easily, unlike phone that you use your hand to control the mouse and all of that. So let's do the hover, and then I just want to give it a kind of background color, and I want the background color, I want this. Okay, it's not going to be visible until I navigate to. Can you see that? So until I bring my mouse on any of the row. If I bring it here now, it's going to change. On this, it's changing. This. So on any of it, it's going to change. Let me look for a brighter color. And then so immediately you're going to see as my something is moving. Now, so finally, let's center the table. We can just do that by still under our table. Let's go back to our table and I can just say margin. I want to give it 30 pixel. So this 30 pixel now is going to apply to all the sides. But in this case, I only want 30 pixel for the top and bottom. But for the left and right, I want it to be auto. So this way, for it to be obvious very well, let me make this like 70%. Yeah, 100% is too much. So meanwhile, before I added this auto, can you see? So it moves to the left. This is where the table is. And when I try to make this screen larger, it's still going to be on this side, but maintaining its 70% width. But now I want it to be centralized. So I'm going to add auto to this, and I'm enlarging it. It's going to be centralizing itself. That is what the work margin auto does. Now, Alhamdulillah, you have just created a fully functional, well-styled HTML table using only HTML and CSS. You have learnt what each tag does and how to control your table looks. Okay, can you see that? So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because next time we'll be learning form. The kind of form you filled before you join my course, like a lot of forms you have been filling online. So we are going to learn how did they achieve all of these things inside all these forms. So it's going to be very, very interesting and a lot of excitement is going to come with it. So don't forget, this is role like this: first row, second row, third row. So in this case I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 rows now and just 3 columns. So in your case I want you to have just, okay, let me give you 4. Give me 4 columns and then 5 rows. 4 columns and 5 rows. So you can just, okay, name, hobbies, profession, and then maybe age. So make it like 4 things like that, making a role. Until next time, stay consistent, stay curious, and keep practicing. Don't delay. Don't practice all the whole assignment just once and put it aside. No, make sure you take it every day. Now, may Allah make it easy for you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.